Okay, hi, nice to meet you all here in Mannheim. I think I should do it in English, right? Is there anyone? Yeah, okay. So, the idea of the BTC 1K party, has anyone already heard about it? Yeah, a few people, okay. So, my name is Tristan. I'm like into the Bitcoin world since like 5 months. So I guess I'm pretty new compared to other people. But I have been to the Bitcoin Frankfurt meetings a few times. And there I've met the guys who kind of came up with this idea. So I said, well, I want to help you promote it and really make it a big party. And that's why I'm here today and want to tell you about the idea and how it will work. Yeah, so that you can decide whether you want to join the international when Bitcoin reaches $1,000 party. Yeah, next slide, please. Oh, I copied it. Just go to the next slide then, the third one. Yeah, so what's the idea? Basically, we feel like everybody's like a little lost in the Bitcoin world because everything happens so fast, and we have all these milestones that happen, and every day we have good and bad news, and it's easy to like forget about the past and only think about what else we might aim to. And if we just think about what happened in the last few weeks or months, like we had the Senate hearing in the US Senate, where everybody expected they will try to come up with new regulations and stuff. And in the end, it was extremely positive. We have things like CoinMap, where you can browse for real-world stores and cafes and everything where you can spend your Bitcoins. If I remember correctly, when I started hearing about Bitcoin and looking at stuff, CoinMap didn't exist. And now we have like a few thousand places on it. And then we also have things like ATMs. So basically, my parents can go to an ATM, just put a bill in, and they own Bitcoins. So that makes it a lot easier. So really the pace in the Bitcoin world is extremely fast, and it's easy to just not take some time to appreciate what we all did and like how the work of a lot of people like you guys paid off, basically. Because I guess it's safe to say the route that we took in the last 6 months, 12 months, even the optimistic people wouldn't have expected it to go so well, right? So our idea is to have a really big event, to not only come together like here, to kind of work and think about ideas how to make Bitcoin even better and how to promote it, but instead enjoy what we did so far and how far it took us, and just have a really big party to just have some time to enjoy. And of course, we want it to be a community event. We want it to be international, and we want to just have fun and also have it a media event, right? So it should be pretty big, and that's why we also decided to host in Frankfurt, but that's on the next slide. So basically, it's a public celebration of the milestones we already achieved, right? Okay, so some details. Of course, the Bitcoin party should be about Bitcoin, so we try to like use all the concepts that are available right now. The first thing is it will be crowdfunded completely. Of course, we will have sponsors, but till today, the sponsors basically give us publicity and help us with the technology. We don't have yet any sponsors who actually donate money. So it will be completely crowdfunded from people who buy tickets. Then I will explain later how the ticket sale works, how you can buy a ticket. But it's using colored coins, and it's using multi-signature technology. So it's not just that you send a Bitcoin to some address and someone can, spend it for something else. We have a multi-signature wallet that can only be spent by a few people. And then also you just don't get a plain ticket. You get a paper wallet with a small amount of Bitcoins that is colored. That will be your entrance ticket. Okay, so we thought about where to do it. of course, it was clear to do it in Germany because all the organizers are in Germany. And yeah, we aim to have a few hundred participants. There were a lot of people asking us about why don't we do this in Berlin, because Berlin is bigger and more important. But basically, it's just we are in the area here, and it would be a lot harder to organize something in Berlin. And then also, it would be pretty nice to bring such an event to us and not do it somewhere else, right? So that's why we do it in Frankfurt. And also, I guess a lot of people of you don't really like banks, so it might be a good idea to do the Bitcoin party in Frankfurt where all the big banks are, probably. That's what we thought, at least. And for us, it feels like when people try to host the Olympics, like everybody competes where to host it, and that's what we think about as well. So it would be pretty cool to bring such an event to Germany. Because right now, if you read the news, you read a lot about the US, you read about China, but not really about Germany, right? So the idea was, the party ticket is 1 Bitcoin. So basically, right now, it's like $800, 600 euros. But of course, probably a lot of people here bought Bitcoins when they were a lot cheaper, so they will pay less for the party. But when it takes place, Bitcoin is worth at least $1,000. So that's our budget, obviously, because everybody pays 1 Bitcoin. So the party will be really big, will be really good. You will have a lot of live acts. We will have a location that is outstanding and that is really central and big. Yeah, and there will also be a lot of food and stuff. You will not pay for anything during the party, so everything is all inclusive. Yeah. And then also, there will be media coverage. We will do like a welcome center where everybody who's just walking along, a media, can get a lot of information about Bitcoin, will be taught by us how it works, what's behind it. But of course, the party itself is private, so it will not be a party where like you dance in every corner. There are like the New York Times and all these medias, and they are filming you. So there will be like a separation between the press and you, and yeah, symbolic location. So we already, I mean not me, but the other teams, the other members of the team, I will introduce them later, already spoke to certain venues and checked the locations, which is obviously pretty difficult because we don't have a date yet. So like you can't go to a hotel and say, well, can we have a conference, but we don't know when. But there's pretty good locations in Frankfurt. We might even be able to do it in the ECB tower, so the European Central Bank, the old tower of them, not the new building, which would be pretty cool. It would be on top of it. So yeah, we're pretty excited about this whole thing. Yeah, next slide, please. And by the way, if there are questions, please just feel free to ask. Yeah, just what we don't want, because of a lot of people asked us about this. They said, well, that's not going to be a cool party because there will only be nerds and they will just, you know, brag about how much money they made and stuff. But that's really not the point. It should really be open for everyone. It's a community party. It should be international. And yeah, it's just everybody's accepted, right? And it's not about celebrating us. It's more about celebrating the events that took place in the past and the advancement of Bitcoin, you could say. Okay, so next slide, please. Yeah, the important thing is, of course, the trigger. So we thought about doing a 24-hour average on Bitstamp when it's more than $1,000 for 30 consecutive days. Then we will announce the party date, and it will be 6 to 8 weeks later. So we will have 6 to 8 weeks organizing the whole thing. Yeah? Question? No?
Later on.
Okay.
I have a technical question. How do you color the points?
Yeah, I will explain this.
Okay.
Okay. So, yeah, actually this trigger idea is, let's say, old. Right now we're thinking about really announcing a date, because a lot of people say, we want to come, but we are from the US, for example, and we just can't buy a ticket when we don't know when it will take place. And since we're pretty close to the $1,000, we might just announce the date pretty soon. But yeah, we will keep you all updated. And it also, we don't decide by ourselves. We always ask in the forum, or yeah, so it's always an open discussion, right? We want to do this as a community. Okay, yeah, so next should be the payment. Yeah, so how does it work? When you go to our website and click buy a ticket, we will create a paper wallet for you. And of course, the most important thing is that you print it at least once and back it up. So, because when you lose this paper wallet, you will lose your ticket, right? So, of course, first you have the paper wallet, you can print it, there's no value on it. And then you will get a payment address, which is not the paper wallet address, and you can send 1 Bitcoin to this payment address, and then we have an implementation that is done by one of our sponsors, Bits of Proof. Maybe some of you know them. And they will send, like, I think it's 1 millibitcoin to this paper wallet address, and the rest will go to our multi-signature address, so the party fund. And yeah, this is the colored coin thing. So the transaction of sending 0.99 or 999 bitcoins to the multi-signature address means that the paper wallet is a valid ticket. And of course, when you use the paper wallet at the entrance, this 1 millibitcoin will be transferred to our account, so the ticket will be worthless. It can only be used once. Then the 1 millibitcoin is transferred out and the ticket is not valid anymore. So, and this also means you can buy a ticket completely anonymously, because you just pay for 1 Bitcoin, and then you have this paper wallet. There's no name on it. And that's, of course, a pretty cool thing, because it's completely tamper-proof, right? Nobody can create a paper wallet and say, this is my ticket. We will be very, it will be very easy for us to verify this. Yeah, does everyone understand the process? Looks like it? Okay. So, yeah, we think it's pretty cool. And then we have a paper wallet here. Screenshot. Next slide, please. Yeah. So that's what your ticket looks like. This is even a valid one I generated yesterday. Of course, it has not been paid. So you can take a picture of the private key, no problem. It's empty. But below, there's the payment address. So if anyone sends a Bitcoin to this address, in the next, I think it's valid for 30 more hours, then the whole process will take place. There will be 1 millibitcoin on the on this paper wallet, and it will be a valid ticket. So that's how it works. Questions to here? No. Okay. So then, next slide, please. Yeah. So just about the history, it's pretty interesting because it also shows how fast things are in the Bitcoin world. The party was announced on the 1st of September, so it's roughly 4 months ago. And at that time, the price of 1 Bitcoin was $140. So, like, we literally thought maybe it will be 1 year till we have the party, maybe more, right? And then you all know what happened, or most of you. We already hit the $1,000, not for 30 days, but was a lot faster than we thought. Yeah, so the Bitcoin Talk thread now has more than 40,000 views. If you go into this category events, it's by far the most viewed thread at all. So like you have the North American Bitcoin Conference in Miami right now. It's viewed a few thousand times, but a lot less. And we have 1,000 replies. And yeah, so actually it looks like there's a lot of people interested in this. And yeah, unfortunately we've only sold 30 tickets by now, which is of course not bad because it's 1 Bitcoin each. But yeah, we want more. We want to sell more tickets, of course, because we want to have more people. And we, of course, when we book the venue a few weeks before, we need some money to put down, right? So we cannot fund it in advance. It has to be crowdfunded. That's why we think about announcing a date right now. And yeah, there's about 200 people who said on the forum that they are interested in going, but of course you never know. So yeah, it will still be interesting how this develops, I guess. Yeah. Maybe the next slide, I think it's the last one. Oh yeah, okay. So who? I don't have the pictures here. I forgot to put them in. Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we only sold 30 tickets by now, which is of course not bad because it's 1 Bitcoin each. But
It's not really European.
yeah,
It really should be international. So if you read the thread, it takes place here. Yeah. I mean, basically it's arbitrary, right? It's just most people are more concerned about how much is in dollars. Sure, we could take euros as well, but it more or less makes no difference. Yeah, we thought about switching to 1,000 euros, but yeah. Yeah, I mean, really, nobody knows, right? Maybe it's in 5 months, maybe it's in 5 weeks. We just don't know. Yeah, so it's just kind of arbitrary, of course. It will always be the trigger. Right? But $1,000 sounds reasonable to us. Also, like, of course, those guys, they did a calculation, right? They thought about how much money would be reasonable to have a really cool party. And we don't want people to pay a lot more than we need to really organize a cool party. So $1,000 is like 30% more. 1,000 euros is 30% more. Yeah. Right. So the 3 original people, you can find their information on the website. There's a page about this, and you can also see them on Bitcoin Talk. They are like almost always available 24/7. They reply to all the questions and stuff, so they're really active. 2 of them have a background in the events scene, I would say, so they know what they do. I mean, I wouldn't be able to organize a party with 200 people, but I'm pretty confident they will. Yeah, and we always, right now, so the team consists of those 3 and me, kind of, and we always meet at the Bitcoin Frankfurt meetings, and of course we always also discuss other things, because the meetings are only every month, but we always see each other, and I know their faces, and, you know, it's not some random people just collecting money. Yeah, okay, last slide, please. Yeah, so here you can see we have the multi-signature address. You can scan it and look it up. You will always see how many tickets are sold. Bits of Proof is our only sponsor right now. We're trying to, of course, to get more sponsors on board. We also have a donation address. If you don't want to come but still like the idea, you can donate something. And yeah, the multi-signature address, of course, is what we're really proud of, because when we started implementing these things, it didn't even work on some websites like Blockchain. When you entered the address, because it starts with a 3, because it's multi-signature, they even said no, invalid address. Yeah. Now it works, but it's really kind of cutting-edge technology. Yeah. I think there's one slide missing. I don't know whether there's another one. But there was another slide about what has to be done next. And
yeah, there's one.
Yeah, okay. And yeah, of course, we will have the exact location and the date to be announced pretty soon, probably. Of course, we can always we should always have more sponsors, or as many sponsors as possible. For example, we're talking to BTC Trip right now. I don't know whether you guys know it, but at BTC Trip you can buy flights from any point to any point in the world. Not only from US to somewhere, but you can really buy all kinds of flights. I just bought one from Frankfurt to Madrid, and it works. So we would like to have them offer a discount code for the party participants to get cheaper flights and pay with Bitcoin. If you have any ideas, people we could ask that would contribute to the party or where it makes sense in that context, please feel free to let us know. And then also we're working about press coverage. The Wall Street Journal Germany has had us covered in one article because they have been to the Bitcoin Frankfurt meeting. But there's still more to be done, we guess. And of course, we ask you if you like the idea to spread the word. Right? Yeah, so thanks for your attention, and I'm ready for your questions if you have any. A what?
A +1?
Yeah, we thought about it, but they will have to buy an own ticket, yeah. Because it would just be pretty unfair if some people are two and, I mean, come together and someone is alone and they pay the same, so, yeah. Your question?
Yeah, that basically would be my question too, but you said you don't want a male nerd party, so
Yeah.
what are you doing about it?
Yeah, there's a few ideas in the forum. So basically the idea is to have, how do you say, to invite others to maybe sponsor some people, some female people in the Bitcoin ecosystem. We will see, but it's just right now. Not everything is completely planned. It's just, of course, we will not say if there are 80% male people, we will not let you in, or something like that. It's just that we try to make it as equal as possible. Right.
But that will mean that people would come that do not pay the 1 Bitcoin, right? Because
Probably, yeah, probably. But
and I think that's a good thing. So that's
Yeah.
my point.
yeah. Right. That's really something that is a little open, right? Still, so yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because the 1 Bitcoin price is quite steep for many people. Not everyone
Yeah.
can afford $1,000 to go to a party. So maybe you should have some levels of entrance for people who would be able to pay, I don't know, 0.1 Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Without all-inclusive stuff, for example.
Yeah, it just really adds up the difficulty, right, of organizing it. Right now, we still think that there's a lot of really early adopters who think that 1 Bitcoin is not so much. And
Well, the problem is the price raised too fast. So when you announced it,
yeah, that's
it
true.
was still
That's
cheap
true.
to buy a ticket for $140 or what was it?
Yeah, when we announced it, it was $140.
You know, the guys from the banks in Frankfurt have the same problem actually. They have money and they party and they have no girls. so what they do is they just go into famous clubs and meet the whatever expensive area in the club.
Yeah.
So they are to the just normal girls close to them, but they are separated in
Okay.
some way. So probably we have to make it like this. I don't know because if you separate.
Yeah, that has
from
been
this-
suggested already.
Yeah.
That is one option, of course. Yeah. And it's hard because a lot of people have different opinions.
Yes.
Some people want it like this, some don't.
Yeah.
It's just a problem.
Yeah.
That's still kind of unsolved.
But you will make it, I'm sure.
I hope so. Yeah.
Yes, I know you guys will make it. Well, how about like, see, some people, they buy tables in clubs for
Yeah.
hundreds of dollars. Okay?
Yeah.
I mean, they buy 1 bottle of champagne for $500.
Yeah.
And so why is it not that the guys who buy 1 Bitcoin ticket, like they have some kind of exclusive area with sitting down possibilities like tables and chairs and whatnot? Maybe all the champagne and whatever. And then there is kind of a floor area where it's, I don't know, at least 60% females. And
If you have some rate.
yes, and then that's game, you know?
Yeah, but actually that's something we don't want, but because that would not be a community party. It would, we want everybody to be equal during the party and not like some people who say, oh, I have a lot of money, and some others to say, well, I can barely afford to get in, right?
But isn't that kind of, 1 Bitcoin for people that do not have Bitcoin right now,
Yeah.
it's just kind of a lot.
That's true. Yeah, that's true, of course.
So,
yeah.
that just doesn't goes away, right? That
Yeah.
won't, like, that will be there.
You could call it an area adopters party.
Yes.
Yeah, probably you could call it like
But
that.
then it is going to be a male nerd party, that's my
Yes.
point.
That's
You know?
Yeah, you have to either adopt the one or the other. That's
Okay, yeah.
You know, what's crucial is that you ask women how to solve this problem.
Okay.
We cannot
We
solve
have
it
one.
And
Yeah.
they will say champagne.
And you will have a
As a
problem.
Muslim, can I go to the party for free?
we'll probably be able to find a solution, I guess. But really, we're still working on it. We will have some discussions also on the
I
forum.
can bring some girls.
That sounds good. Yeah. So. Yeah.
I think at least some 3+1s would be at least some.
Maybe we could organize a little bit more like, say, when there are 1,000 buyers per tickets, we make a party for 5,000 people.
Okay.
And the Bitcoin community is making a really cool party for the community because there are 1,000 people buying this ticket, buying it for nothing because they buy Bitcoin for €1 and organizing a cool party for everybody is interested in Bitcoin.
Yeah, that might be an option. Yeah. So I mean, it's still it's not that we're selling tickets to a party and everything's clear. It's really kind of an ongoing, thing. So if you want, please feel free to also contribute and go on the forum, suggest what you think might be good ideas.
But you will make it, I'm sure.
I hope so.
Yes, I know you guys will make it.
The different packages or 3+1s or
No, not voting. It was like open discussion. I mean, you have 1,000 replies on the thread, so there has been a lot of discussion. Yeah.
So maybe another idea would be that someone brings a female person and the ticket is a bit cheaper. Like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, really, the problem about all these things is that we have to calculate somehow. Like, if we do it at the ECB building, it will be very expensive. It might be like 100 to 200 euros just for everyone in the building, right? To just reserve it.
The fear of it being male nerd party is less, then more people will buy the ticket for one Bitcoin also.
That's true.
Okay, maybe you can talk to Tristan on the
break.
Sure. We have one more presentation left.
Okay. Yeah. So thank you very much, and maybe you want to get involved.